All right, everybody. Hello, all you Move, Think, Smile followers, all you health and wellness superstars and rock stars out there. My name is Adam Von Inns, and I am the co-founder of Move, Think, Smile. And today we have a super special episode for you because we're bringing you the amazing Eshefolade Reid. Eshe, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Eshe is one of our first clients in a pilot program that we launched literally right after the pandemic got started. As a lot of you know, we have health coaching programs where we help people with things like weight gain and fatigue and stuff like that. But we also have a program where we help health and wellness experts basically take their program online, structure it, build it, price it, get it out there, fill it with clients. And we're going to share with you Eshe's story. And I'm going to give a little spoiler alert, or I'm going to let you get what just happened.
I just enrolled my first client.
And at how much?
$4,000.
At $4,000. This is freaking amazing. So I know people can just kind of look you up and see what you do, but go ahead and just kind of tell people, what is it you're helping your client do?
My program helps mothers reverse T2 diabetes.
Nice. I love it. I love it. This is fantastic. So I don't want to get into, I'm going to let Eshe just kind of tell her story. And if I say Elia, that's my partner. So sometimes I get excited, I get confused there. Eshe, so when you, if I remember right, it was about a year and a half ago or something like that, when you kind of got your certification for fitness and nutrition. Tell us about that.
So yes, so about a year and a half ago, I am just personally really into health and physical wellness and all those kinds of things. And so I decided I wanted to, help other people and to start another business. So I went and got some certifications in nutrition coaching and personal training and behavior and those kinds of things. And with the idea that I would start a health coaching business. And yeah, and that's what, and so, I just thought, I guess maybe I thought that if I got the certifications that people would just show up out of the woodwork to try to work with me. And that didn't happen.
So you built it and they didn't come?
I didn't even build it. All I did was get the certification.
Okay.
And, I told some people about it and told some other people about it. And they were like, oh, yeah, we would like to work with you. But then, nothing happened. So then I kind of ended up in this place where I just kind of started trying to do the next thing. Like, I bought a website service to help me build a website. And then I bought some recipe packs so I can give out recipes to my clients that I didn't have. And then I bought a do-it-yourself coaching program to help me build an online coaching program. And, I never finished that. So I got into this place where I was just kind of going from one thing to the next. But I was never making, forward momentum. I was not actually building a program.
Right. And so, okay, so you got out there about a year and a half ago, got your certifications, started buying content to build this program, built another program. You said it was a do-it-yourself program?
Yeah.
To get out there and help you build your program.
Yes.
And did you finish it?
No.
And this is something we see a lot. You get out there, you buy these things, and we kind of call it, dust collectors, self help. You buy it and you put it over here. And next thing you know, it's collecting dust, and you have all the intentions to do it, but you just don't get it done.
Right.
And I think it's really interesting to say, I remember you were telling us, one of the things that attracted you to Move, Think, Smile was the whole DIY equal DYI concept.
Right.
And that Absolutely. And if you guys, and I think kind of tell people what it was that really attracted you when you kind of saw us.
So it was exactly the ad Adam is referencing, DIY. I think he said that equals it never gets done. And he was talking to me. I had bought all of these relatively cheap things, but it started to add up, a couple of hundred here, 1,400 there, 2,000 there. And it just never came to anything that I could use, and all that nickel and diming actually started to add up to significant money. And I didn't have anything to show for it.
Right.
So when I saw Adam's ad about how, part of what you need is some done for you things. I was like, yes, that's me. I have a full-time job. I have a toddler. I need some direction and I need some things done for me so I don't have to figure everything out from scratch.
Right. Because DIY, do it yourself, usually equals DYI, do yourself in.
Do yourself in.
Do yourself
and that is
in.
what I had done.
And so Eshe, kind of tell people, why is it you wanted to grow, kind of like a fitness health coaching business? You've got a good job now.
I do. I have a good job now, but it's just, I cannot at all say that I am passionate about it. And this will be my second business. And I genuinely love being an entrepreneur. I love owning my own business and having that. And I really do love health and wellness and helping people. So those two loves together equals something that I can feel like I could do for the rest of my life. I just had to get
more
started,
passion. Yeah, this we see a lot of times. Like a lot of people become. There's kind of two clients we work with. We have the people who have a regular day job, go out there, get their health coaching certification or fitness certification or nutrition certification. They have their day jobs. And actually, can you tell people what your regular job is?
I do contracts for the government. Contracts.
She reads contracts for the government. Super sexy. And I can totally understand why you'd want to get out and follow your passion and really get out there. And so actually, what were you really struggling with before you found us? Like, had you even gotten any clients? Had you tried to get clients?
Everything. Like I had nothing. I had my name and my certifications. That's all I had. I didn't have a following. I didn't have an email list.
Right.
I didn't have any testimonials. I had nothing. And it was like one of those things that that was holding me back too. Why would anybody hire me? I don't have all these testimonials or a great website or all these things. And it was all these doubts too that were holding me back, from really getting started, in addition to not knowing what to do.
Exactly. So, all right. So you had all this stuff, but you hadn't tried. Have you tried to get clients before we worked with you?
Yeah, in a scattershot way of, hey, can you tell your friend that I'm coaching now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Friends and family. I'm a health coach. Come sign up. I can help you.
Work with me.
And what was your experience with that? What happened?
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
Of course, nothing happened. No one okay, well, a couple of people, paid me a little bit to come and work out with them. But I quickly realized that's not what I want to do. I don't have the wherewithal all the time to one-on-one coach people. That's just, especially for small sums of money, that's just not a good use of my time. I discovered quickly.
What were people paying you to basically go work out with them?
But maybe $50 an hour or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
Right. I'm not, and I'm not a personal trainer. Yes, I have a personal training certification, but that's not, I don't want to stand over by anybody counting reps. That's not what I wanted either.
Okay. Right. So you were looking to help people really kind of transform their health. And what do you think your biggest roadblock was before finding Move Think Smile?
Believing.
Okay.
Believing that I had something to offer, believing that what I had to offer other people would buy, and honestly believing that I could actually do this.
Okay.
I was really short on belief before I joined the program.
And so we went from $50 an hour working out with people counting reps to enrolling someone into your $4,000 program.
Right. And I will not be counting one rep.
No, you won't be. And you won't be face to face with them either, were you?
No.
Completely virtual setting.
Completely online, right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So you got all this stuff. You're having a hard time believing that it's called imposter syndrome, right? And imposter syndrome is you're worried that the clients who are going to work with you are not going to get the results that you want them to get. Mm-hmm. And if you suffer from that, it's usually a pretty good thing. That usually means you're a good person. So she's got that. She's a total unknown. She's got the certifications. She's been working on it for a year and a half. She's got the recipes. She's got all the content. She's got the structure for a program, and it's just not happening. All of a sudden, she kind of comes across Move Think Smile. She books a call. Eshe and I get on the phone and we chat. And what was the big aha moment on the phone? You're like, I need to do this.
What was a big aha moment on the phone when I said I need to do this? Quite honestly, I was already pretty sure I was gonna do it just from the whole done for you part.
The done for you part.
Like,
Okay.
I mean, in all honesty, I was like, yes, like all the technology and that's all it was like a mountain of doubt on top of me, you
Right.
know. And so once you came in and said, okay, we're gonna take that off your plate, I immediately exhaled. I was like, okay, I could do this.
Right.
Okay.
And
Um,
I was gonna say, just so you guys know, and actually you can kind of like confirm this, and that is, this is not just another business coaching program, right? It's not just a bunch of training videos.
no,
It's not, it's a full support system to help you build, grow, and scale a profitable and successful, but also impactful in a heart-based way, health or wellness program online, and then fill it with clients.
yeah,
So when Eshe talks about the done for you part, we can get to that in a little bit. But really what we do is we come in and we basically build all the technology for your marketing for you. So we build everything all the way down from the ads to landing pages to tracking systems, all that. That's just part of what we do. That's just part of the entire package, because we know that, Eshe, like I knew from the first time I talked to her, like this woman's going to get out there and kick some ass. Like she's going to get out there and really help people, whatever it is we dial in for her. We're talking about diabetes right now, and this is what she's stuck with. We were going to really get in her and do this. And I didn't want her, I don't want you guys messing with the technology. I want you to focus on what you're good at. Let us kind of do the stuff that we're good at. And, just kind of like, toot our own horn. It's like, we have health coaching programs that we've been running for the past, 8, 10, 30 years or whatever it's been. It's been a while. And, we came into this with a technology marketing background, but we were new to health coaching. And then that's how it kind of transferred into what we're doing now. And that's helping Eshe do the same thing, being really successful here. So we got on the phone. You're like, okay, you like the done for you parts. Like, good, I don't have to do the technology. You come in. And then what was your, like, kind of take us through your aha parts? Like, wow, I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't know this is what I needed to do.
oh, it's just so much. So like on the call in particular, we talked about you were telling me how you have a background in radio, and I was like, oh my god, he sounds really great on film, and he looks really comfortable. I want to be that person. I never thought that I would be the person who'd be comfortable on video. And you were like, yeah, we can help you with that. I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then I asked you at the end, I was like, well, how much hand holding will I get? And you said, as much as you need.
Right.
And that has been absolutely true. I've gotten as much hand holding as I have needed. And you guys have done an excellent job of, just guiding me on the path and just laying the path to make sure I know what I have to do next. So, that was one of the big things I struggled with that you took away almost immediately of, I don't know what to do next to make this work.
And I remember you kept saying, just hand me a checklist. Just hand me a checklist. And
yes,
we did.
Yes. Yeah. And you did. Yes.
And you did it.
And when I followed the checklist, everything worked.
Everything worked.
Everything worked.
And we didn't.
Everything worked.
And I think it's really important. It's like, for those of you who understand the concept of bioindividuality, when it comes to health and wellness, it's like, what could be food for Eshe could be poison for me. Like, we're not going to have the same diets. We're not going to be able to eat all the same stuff and all that. But we really honor that when it comes to people's businesses, especially when it comes to health and wellness. So we don't hand everybody the exact same checklist. Like, we know the path that we're going to get on, but we got to kind of do some diversions, and there's some obstacles in there. And how would you say the support was? How would you rate that?
Out. The support was just, excellent. At every turn, it was crystal clear about what I should do next. And if I had any questions, you guys were already there. And a lot of times you were telling me things that I hadn't thought about yet, but it was going to come up.
Right.
Like, okay, be aware of this. It's going to come up. And I was like, oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, they were right about that one too. Okay. Good. And like even now talking to you, I feel so much better on camera now from being in your course.
Oh, that's awesome.
I do a live every week in my group.
Nice.
I never could have conceived of that. I have a 5-minute video out on the internet. I am working on a long webinar. just even from that perspective of I feel comfortable now speaking on a medium to people that I didn't feel comfortable before.
Awesome. Awesome. So kind of take people through, I'm sure they're etching like, Eshe, how did you do this? How did you grow your business? And, kind of take people like the aha moments. So you come in, we get you, you're here for the done for you stuff. They're going to build me stuff. But the first thing you realized was what?
The first thing I realized was I needed clarity. And then that is the first thing you gave me. Clarity and through that clarity, I gained confidence.
Right.
So once, I went through your training about what I'm really going to do, who I'm really going to help, and why am I the only person that can help people this way, it just all came together.
Nice.
And once I was clear on what I was going to do, how I was going to help these people, and who in particular I was going to help, I just gained all of this confidence, like, okay, yes, this is for me. The world does need me. And yes, I can do this.
Right. And this is something that I think, that term mindset, right, that you hear that's out there, and it's become a lot of white noise, but it's really important. I mean, I think it is, and we built Eshe, this really powerful, let's call it business engine, this really powerful marketing engine. It's putting, women on her calendar who need her help. But if you're putting bad gas into a high performance engine, are you going to get very far? Not really. Not really. And I think what Eshe's kind of referring to is, a lot of the mindset stuff. It's like, you got to produce some high octane fuel. And that's where, working with your success coach, my partner, Elia Foscheron, really kind of, I think, really instilled that right in the beginning. Would you say that's true?
Absolutely, I would say it's true.
Okay.
And if you, I don't know if I would have gotten as far if I hadn't done the mindset part. If you guys hadn't made that just so conclusive and just so well done, that it all became just really clear to me. And then I could say, okay, I can believe in this because I can believe in myself.
Right. Right. This is one thing we know from growing multiple businesses, everything from retail to manufacturing to service to coaching to health and wellness and a lot of different industries, that the pitfalls that we always hit always had to do with the business owner, me or Elia or the partners or something like that. And it always came down to mindset. It always came down to mindset. And a lot of people are like, I don't need mindset. I'm a positive believer. And I'm a positive thinker. And as one of the things we teach people is like, positive thinking is obsolete. Like, it's not about positive believing, because forced positive believing is not positive thinking. So it's just kind of one of those things we really get into. So we get in there, you got some clarity. What would you say the next aha was for you?
The next aha, after the clarity, after the confidence, it was the part you do about how to price your program.
Okay.
Like, if you the whole part you do about what is this disease costing your client?
Right.
And why is it just an amazing discount that you would offer your program at this amount?
Right.
And you're like, oh yeah, it is. And then from there you go into the whole, well, if you're offering your program for this amount and you get X amount of clients per month, what does that equal? And then what does that amount to annually?
Right.
And then all of that just makes it so really, really real. Yeah. Like, okay, I'm not trying to track down 50 people to bring them in. I'm going to bring in 4 people a month.
Right.
I mean, and that's just so conceivable.
Right.
4 people a month. Okay.
Right. So what we're doing is, again, I'm going to reiterate this, we're doing this on sometime in October. We got a major election coming up. We're still in this coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. As she came in after the whole state of the nation basically shut down in March, she found us in May. And not long after that, she's up there, she's running, she's doing what we're saying. And I've got to say, Eshe, one of the things that I think the reason you're being so successful and other clients like Amanda, she's enrolling clients. Now, what's the difference between Eshe and Amanda is, and we're going to be interviewing Amanda later, is that Eshe, like she said, she was a total unknown. She had nothing. She didn't have a program. She didn't have any clients. She didn't have any testimonials. And the lady that you just enrolled into your $4,000 program to help her lower her A1C score, how fast was it from the time that she saw you to when you had a conversation?
So it was less than 5 hours, I think.
Wow. Nice.
I didn't listen on this time because Adam and Ellie always tell you, block your calendar. If you're not really ready to take calls, block your calendar. I went to dinner. I did not block my calendar. And so I'm having dinner and all of a sudden, the notification, side note, you're going to love seeing these notifications when you start getting them, that somebody's booked a call. And I was like, oh, wait, that's tonight. Okay, we got to go. So, I left dinner and I got home and and what Adam and Elliot teach you is all this mindset stuff you need to do to get ready for your call, to be in the right frame of mind to properly serve this person that's calling you for help.
Yes. And she enrolled.
And she enrolled. She enrolled. Yes.
And paid $4,000.
And paid, yes. You signed the contract, paid the invoice. We've had our first call together. She's really happy thus far. Her numbers are already coming down.
Right.
And I just, wow, it really, really works.
And I think the important part of this is, as she's starting to realize, your passion's starting to come true right now, right?
Right.
This and full transparency. It's not like she's swimming in clients right now. This is her first client. We're still working with Eshe. We're still optimizing her stuff. But the goal is to what? It's to get out of that day job, that government job, right? And you've got a son who's 4 years old, right? Spend time with him, serve at your highest level, and do something you love, and as something we believe, as Zig Ziglar says, if you help enough people get what they want, you can have whatever you want. Like, it's our birthright to help other people become healthy, and to support them. But along the way, you're allowed to have a decent quality of life. You're definitely allowed to have a quality of life. And so what would you say would be kind of like that next aha for you? So we came in, we got some clarity. I remember you were saying something about you talked about your having a Facebook group. You're like, I don't know about this, but you went ahead and did it anyways. And it ended up being very, very lucrative.
Yes. That definitely, well, honestly, before even we got to the Facebook group part, the part you do on how to copyright and how to write like other people talk and how to write like other people think.
Yep.
And that part I feel was just amazingly helpful, because that was another thing I was worried about. I got to write ads, I got to write posts, I got to do all this stuff. And I just don't know what to say.
Right.
And you gave me that, you gave me all of these examples, all of these different scripts, all these samples and a structure on how to write like people talk and think. Right. And it's just been so super helpful. That's
something that we came up with. We call it Think Talk, and it's literally how to talk like people think. And it's not just with your marketing. Well, not just with your ads and your posts, but also when you're conversing with people.
Yeah.
And when you learn how to do that and you articulate and you communicate your true value, all of a sudden, when people are like, no one's going to pay for health coaching. Nobody wants to buy health coaching. The first thing is, I'll tell you, you're absolutely right. Nobody wants to buy health coaching. That's not what they're looking for. They're not looking for an expert. They don't want to buy personal trainers. They don't want to buy nutritionists. That's not what they want to buy. And that's why people even struggle having those $50 an hour or those $300 challenges or those 30-day detox programs for $97 that they just kind of flounder with, and it takes way more time. And then you have a $4,000, $5,000 program and you come in and you serve at your highest level and amazing things happen.
Yeah.
And amazing things happen. And I think your goal is to, I think you're really starting to realize this, we're taking you up that steep path of success mountain, and you're starting to see Freedom Summit up there at the top. And, Freedom Summit, it's that financial freedom. It's freedom knowing that you have a purpose and that you're worthy out there. But it's really just having a system and a structure and a business that just works.
That just works.
So Eshe, kind of tell people about that. Like, is it working for you? Are you happy with it?
Oh, I mean, just absolutely. Like, so I don't know if we can really stress enough how I had nothing when I came into this program. I didn't have a website. I had 30 followers on Instagram, I think. I had no followers on my Facebook page. I had nothing. Now I have a program. I have a client. I have an offer. I have marketing funnels going on. I am writing a webinar. I just have so much more to offer now.
Right.
And like Adam said, like, yeah, when they first said Facebook, I was like, I'm not even really on Facebook, really. But now I have a group that has almost 600 members in it.
In just a couple weeks.
And
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Like when they said that, I was just like, but I wrote an ad, I put together, I gave Adam everything they needed for the funnel. We did that. And so in a few weeks I had like a personal marketing group. My Facebook group became just more than just people to potentially sell to. They became a sounding board. I ask them what's going on, what do they need, and they tell me, and I can use that in other parts of my business. I mean,
right.
Calls come in from my Facebook group. It's just really been, a great thing. And after I did the Facebook group, I officially said, okay, everything that Adam and Elia tell me to do works. And that's it. So when they tell me to do it, I'm just going to do it because it's going to work.
Now, I do want to stress out there, it's like, our client Amanda we've talked about, who's having really great success too. She had a Facebook group beforehand, but it wasn't being productive. This is what we see a lot of times. People will get out there, they'll try social media blitzing, they'll get out there, they'll post, they'll do Facebook groups, business pages, they'll try ads, they'll lose their shirt on ad spend, they'll do all these things. And then we get in and we really, really work with you and teach you how to master this heartfelt communication process. And when you change your messaging, all of a sudden it's just like magic happens. It's like just things just start working. And this is the part I think people flounder with a lot. There's the mindset part, the confidence going into it, obviously, getting your offer dialed in, setting a price that is fair to your clients, but fair to your business, but then also learning how to communicate your true value. And that's where it really comes in. So we got through there. You've got the Facebook group. It's super productive. You got 600 women in it. And, they're all got this problem. They're all reaching out to you. You did this in a very short period of time. And, what would be any other ahas that would you say that came from the program?
Any other ahas? But a big one is what I was afraid of wasn't actually anything to be afraid of.
Okay.
That was a big aha. All those things, all those doubts and those fears I had and running around in the back of my head that were really subconsciously stopping me.
Yep.
It turns out that what your program revealed is all those fears and doubts, they weren't true.
Exactly. Exactly.
They were never true. And I just had to get involved to see that.
And would you say that getting people on your calendar to talk to them about hiring you is the easy part?
Oh, absolutely.
What's the hard part?
Absolutely. Getting people to talk to you is the easy part. It really is.
And we use I was going to say, and we use a very, very simple method, don't we?
Yes.
Just an ad,
short video fun.
An ad, a short video. Your video is like 5 minutes long. Yep. And a phone call.
Yeah. But even in that video, I don't know who's watching this, but can you imagine making a 5-minute video? What would you say? What do you do? Yada, yada, yada. And even that, the script Adam gave was just spot on. Okay, you're going to talk about this, talk about that, talk about this, and then say bye. And I did, and it worked. And honestly, that video is one of the most things I'm most proud of to have made. Oh my God, I made a video. I put it on the internet. It's really great. People, the woman I booked who booked with me said that just something about my video just really resonated with her.
Awesome.
And she just knew that I could help her.
Awesome.
And I was like, that's exactly what I was going for. Okay.
No, that's fantastic. So yeah, so we use super easy, super just non-complicated. We're not out there blogging our butts off and doing all this kind of stuff. We're not blitzing social media. Some of our clients don't even use Facebook groups. They're like, I don't even want to deal with that. I just want to have calls showing up on my calendar. And so we use a very simple marketing strategy. But even though that part's the simple part, I mean, none of it's easy. I mean, that's for sure. There's a lot of work that goes in there. What would you say the hardest part is of, enrolling somebody into your program?
The hardest part is patience.
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 And the phone call.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but then when you get on the phone call, I would say the hardest part for me has actually been getting over that fear of doing the high ticket sales.
Yeah.
And the guidance you have provided on that has just been just wonderful. I know you say it's not a script, but all the information of what to look for on the call, how to handle objections on the call, how to really go into the call with the intention of serving and helping, and that I'm just helping this person make this decision that is in their best interest. That
Exactly.
has just, you asked for the hard part, and that has not been the hard part, because that has been the helpful part. Going into this with the intention of serving, not selling, has made me feel so much better about talking to these women. And yes, introducing them to my high ticket program so yes, I guess getting to that yes is the hard part, but the path leading to that yes has not been that hard. It always felt like once I mastered it, it just felt like it was a matter of time before it happened.
Right. But I guess what I'm going back to is like, in my experience, like getting people on your calendar to talk to, that's the easy part.
Right.
That out of the whole marketing process, it's then how do you have a conversation from the heart, right? Mm-hmm. That enrolls them into the results that and the outcomes that you're going to help them deliver. And there's a very certain thing. And I do want to kind of highlight here. It's like, we don't use templated stuff. We don't, like, everything we've helped Eshe create has been 100% authentic Eshefolade. Like, it's all hers. Like, we give her some examples, we give her some things, and then she kind of gets a draft in it. She sends it over, and then we work on it with her, and we really dial this thing in. And then we build this marketing funnel for her, calls her on the calendar. She starts calling, and then it's having that conversation with a real human being on the other line who has this horrible health problem that you're going to fix, and learning how to guide them to hiring you.
Yes.
Yeah. And I know as she says script, and it's kind of like a structure, kind of like a guide or a checklist, but we don't hand people, it's like, this is exactly what we want you to say. No, we work with you, right?
Yep.
And what would you
guide us on how to guide our clients?
Yes. What would you say would you be your big aha moment with learning how to have these conversations?
I don't know. I don't want to give away all of your big secrets here, Adam. But my big aha moment has been, you really have to guide people into bringing out their pain.
Right.
And I guess I thought that once they called me, they would know they needed help. So they would just be like, yes, I'm in horrible pain and I need your help desperately. But that's honestly not how it really works. And all of your guidance and advice and on how to elicit the truth from people has just really just been incomparable.
Right. So we're not selling, right? We're enrolling. Right. We're rolling from the heart. There's no pushy stuff. There's no this slimy sale stuff. It is a business. You are making a sale, but it's really like we detach ourselves from that, and we really, really look at how can we best serve this person at our highest level. And that's one of the things that we really dive deep into when we're working with people like Eshe and helping them grow their business. And would you say that was pretty powerful for you?
Yeah, it was just very, very powerful. And it just, and I know, you talk a little bit about call dread. You don't want us to start, after, because you're going to get on a lot of calls. That's just the long and short of it. You are going to be on a lot of calls. So, just if you're always going in with the intention to serve and to help, you will always go into the call in a good place, and you will always come out of the call in a good place.
Awesome. Yeah. Fantastic. Fantastic. So what else would you say was like, if you were going to pick the 1, 2, or 3 things that are just like, if you could walk away with from, from the time that we started talking to you back in May till till now? What would you say that would be?
See, three things. Okay.
Well, I mean, you can, however many you want to say.
Okay. First, I have confidence. I have confidence about my program. I have confidence about my business. I have confidence on how to work with clients. So confidence. I can now clearly articulate what it is exactly I am offering. So I have a transformational offer that I can clearly tell to other people. And that's just been really invaluable. And then at the end of it, I have a program. I have a program. It is sketched out. I can enroll people in it. I actually have something to offer. And then I guess of one more, the fourth thing that this was one of the doubts I struggled with before I started was I don't have any testimonials.
Right.
No one said I could do this, but just even from my Facebook group, I now have testimonials, people talking about how wonderful I am and how I've helped them. So that just further adds to my confidence. So yeah, though I would say those are four major things I've gotten just since being in the program a few weeks.
Nice. And you enrolled a client.
Yeah, I enrolled a client.
So that's always important. Like none of the stuff, your program doesn't matter. Your marketing doesn't matter. None of that stuff matters unless you can actually enroll a client. Would you say that's true?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to work. In the end, it's got to work. And so, I think it's really amazing. And one thing I just kind of want to put out there is, when Eshe came to us, like she showed up with some very significant traits. And this is really important to know. Like she was decisive. She's like, I'm done trying to do it yourself. I'm ready I want to grow this. She has a good job. It's not like she's struggling, but her passion is not in it. Her heart is in helping people with their health and their wellness. And she really wanted to do this. So she had this commitment. And believe it or not, everybody's committed. And you're either committed to your doubts and your fears, and that's where most people are when it comes to their business, and this is why they struggle so much, or you're committed to winning. And then on top of that, and in order to win, it's kind of like being on an obstacle course or like a Spartan race. That's kind of one of the things I love to do. And so when you're on this obstacle course, if you're going to get over that 50-foot wall, do you think you're going to get over it by yourself? Probably not. And that's where you've got to be resourceful. So I'm committed to winning, but I've got to be resourceful. So you do whatever it takes. You don't make any excuses. And this is exactly what Eshe showed up like. It was absolutely amazing. And on top of that, you were freaking coachable. Like, no kidding. She's like, Adam, hand me a checklist. She did everything that we said to do. And it was not a cookie cutter approach, was it?
Nope. Not at all. Not at all.
No, we honor the bioindividual needs of business. So if you understand the concept of bioindividuality, what could be food for Eshe might be poison for me when it comes to health and wellness. It's the same with your business. So we built her this big, high-performing business engine, this marketing engine, is putting leads on her calendar. We're filling it with high-octane fuel. That's Eshe. She's the business owner. She's showing up coachable. And granted, it wasn't like an easy peasy thing. This is not like a get rich quick overnight deal, is it?
No. I'm not rich. No.
And while it's simple, is any of it easy?
No.
And
simple is accurate, easy is not.
Yeah. It takes a lot of work on our part. It takes a lot of work on Eshe's part. And would you say that getting your first client in, though, it happened really quick? It definitely happened in less than a year and a half. It happened quick. And do you actually see, how this is going to scale and grow now? Because I know you've been talking about, I see where this is going. I'll be hiring other people.
Yes.
Where are you with that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I've already thought, okay, so I have this program for moms. Maybe I'll do a program for dads. Or, how can I expand it past the moms? And, and I already think like, okay, so if I get X amount of clients, I'll have to hire another coach because I can't do all that. Once you start I got to run my business and, manage the clients and all that, that's like a lot.
Right.
So, but the future just seems so possible now.
Right. And it wasn't like Eshe, it wasn't like this was without hiccups. Like we ran into some significant obstacles, like right around Labor Day, Facebook, what'd they do?
They shut my ad down.
All your ads.
Both of them. Both. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 or 3 of them. Yeah.
They just came in out and were like, bam.
Yeah. Right. After they had reviewed, we re-reviewed them. Like, is that a thing? You could re-review something?
Yeah. Something happened. Something went like they were approved. Everything was great. All of a sudden they came in, they shut down all of our ads. And normally this would throw somebody like to the ground, like in a panic fit, pounding your fists on the ground. What's going on? Or freaking out or having an anxiety attack. And I'm sure Eshe, I don't know what's going on underneath the eyes there, but I'm sure there's a little bit, but she's like, hey, my ads aren't running. And what did we do?
We fixed it. You looked into it. You're like, all right, this is the problem. This is what you need to do. I was like, oh, got it. Let me do it.
Bro, we went in there, made a few tweaks, did a few things, and we got them back and approved in like a day or two.
Yep.
Like really fast. Like this is one of the things that we pride ourselves on. And I think Eshe can attest to us. Is like, if you need help, we're there.
Right.
We're there.
Right. Yeah.
The amount of support and the stuff that we've got going on in there. And I think it's also important to highlight too. It's like, I remember you talked about the done for you part, working with Cindy, who's one of our technical coaches, but she just happens to be a health coach too. And kind of works part-time with the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. So she understands this stuff, right? This isn't just a bunch of people who just happen to be good with computers and marketing who are trying to build you marketing funnels and business stuff that have no clue about the health and wellness industry. Every person at Move, Think, Smile, I mean, would you say, would you, and Eshe, you tell them, do we know what we're talking about?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You right about now, they can tell me to do something completely crazy and be like, but it'll help your business. And I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, they've been right all the time before. So why not now?
Exactly. And we really pride ourselves on health and wellness. And, when we started Move, Think, Smile, we started our health coaching programs, really targeting people with fatigue and energy problems and stuff like that, and had really good success with it. We did the business building program. And then we now have we've expanded on by having the Done For You program. And our mission, and I usually get a little amped up about this, is, the reason we started Move, Think, Smile is because Ellie and I went through a just absolutely horrible time. Had some really cool businesses and some really cool industries, action sports with Red Bull and some other stuff. We were in health and wellness, but more on like the physical side of things, the fitness side of things. We completely burned out, and out of the ashes was Move, Think, Smile. We made it our passion to help as many people on this planet, specifically in America, because that's where our hometown is, overcome this giant health epidemic, pandemic. And it's not just COVID. I mean, the poor lifestyle choices, the diabetes, the heart disease, the autoimmune disorders that are all coming around from just our lifestyle and our food choices is just rampant. I mean, 80% of the doctor's visits out there are due to these things. And we're like, how can we spread our impact the most? And so we started our health coaching programs, and we're like, you know what? We need to teach other health coaches how to do the same thing. And that's how we're going to help this planet get healthier. That's how we're going to make our biggest impact. And that's exactly what we're helping Eshe do. And that's kind of like my little rant right there. Like, we are here to help you make the impact that you were born to make. Eshe, would you say you feel comfortable with me saying that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You have, I genuinely feel now that is what I'm supposed to be doing. I am supposed to help people, and that is what you are helping me do.
Excellent. So we've got some cool, so tell people what's around the corner for you. Where do you see this going? I got your first client in, there's more coming.
Yeah. There's more client coming. I've been so impressed with my short video funnel. I'm going to do a longer webinar. When they first put that out, I was super afraid of that, and I didn't even watch the lessons.
Yeah.
But now that everything has come, has worked out and it's falling into place, I'm actually super excited to do the webinar because it's going to work. Why? Because everything else has worked so far. So this will too.
Yeah, this will too.
So from a marketing perspective, that's where I'm moving to next, and I'm excited about that. My current client, her numbers are already coming down, so I'm super excited about that. And so, in all honesty, I am thinking that at the turn of the year, I'm going to launch Dad's Reversing T2 Diabetes.
Nice. All right. This is awesome. I love it. And pretty soon, I won't be surprised if I get that phone call. It's like, hey, Adam, guess what? I'm full time now with my health coaching business.
I'm at your house. I just came to South Carolina.
Yeah, right. Yeah, welcome anytime. Absolutely. So this is really cool, Eshe. And would you say anything else before we kind of like move into the end of the interview here that you would say is like, I couldn't believe this happened to me during this time? Any other ahas? What would you say, or the vibe of their energy on the inside?
I mean, just the vibe and energy is just so positive. It is so much forward momentum. There is so much hand holding and coaching, and just I just really feel like you and Elliot are well aware of all the pitfalls and all the gremlins that jump on your shoulders, and you're always like ahead of the game, warning us about, hey, this is coming. So just gird your loins. It'll be okay. And it was very much that sense of, don't worry, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
That was very comforting throughout the program.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. And so it sounds like it's like more than just getting your offer, more than just having a marketing funnel. It's really the messaging. It's the confidence, it's the fuel that you're putting into the engine of your business. It's the support. It's coming over the hiccups and the obstacles and all this stuff that pops up when you're trying to do this thing, because it's never easy. There's always something. Another parent teacher conference, schools not going back. You got to homeschool your kids. You've only got a 4-year-old, but that's coming down the road for sure. We've seen our other clients have to deal with these things. Facebook shutting down all of your ads out of nowhere for no reason after they've been running. It's like, how do you handle that stuff, and how do you be successful at it? And to go from $50 an hour, Eshe, to a $4,000 client with a health coaching business, people that say no one wants health coaching, you just busted that myth.
No, they don't want health coaching.
They don't want health coaching.
They want a transformational offer.
Yeah.
And that's what you gave me, and that's what I'm giving my clients.
Right. And it's more than just saying, hey, I help women with diabetes.
Right.
It's just, guys, just not don't go out there and say, oh, cool, if I just go out there and help women with diabetes, it's just gonna start falling into place. If I build it, they will come. That's not how it works. This stuff takes some serious input to make it happen. It really takes understanding the bio-individual needs of your business, because what might work for Eshe could be poison for your business. And this is something that we really highlight. Yeah, there are some basics that we take everybody through to really understand what's going on, but we're not templating marketing copy. We're not templating videos. We're not templating masterclasses. We're not templating webinars. We're making sure that you're speaking your authenticity from your heart without all this crazy feeling salesy stuff, without having to worry about the marketing and the technology. Does that sound about right? Absolutely. So guys, if this at all sounds interesting, Eshe, so what would be your advice to anybody listening to this right now?
If you feel that you should be out there serving others, helping others in your community, then don't wait. Start with Adam and Elliot and get on a path to, helping people with their health. If that's what you really feel that you should be doing. And, like they have taught me, by waiting, by not helping others, I am actually doing a disservice to those who need me.
Yeah. And there are millions of people out there, 328 some million people as of last census anyways, in America. And 80% of them, I don't know if anybody knows this, but 80% of them, or 60% of our population, wants health coaching. It's like 196 million people, and 80% of them have never had it offered to them.
Right.
That's approximately 150 to 157 million people right now who want some type of health coaching, or they have a health and wellness problem they want real help with. They're tired of going to the doctors. They're tired of being medicated. They're tired of the diagnosis. They're tired of just being handed pills over and over again. And they want some real transformation with this stuff, but they've never had it offered to them. So the market is giant. There are tons of people out there who need you, and you can have a price that's fair to your clients, but also very fair to your business. So you can do what you really love and make that your full-time gig.
Right.
And so anybody watching this, Eshe, right now, they're like, if they're thinking about being or let's say they've got a health coach, they've got the certifications, they're not able to grow their business, what should they do?
Book a call. Book a call with you. Go on the hero's journey with you and start believing that it is possible.
Because it is.
Because it is.
I mean, you've proved it. Amanda, She's a health coach. She's proved it. She started enrolling clients for her Facebook group without even spending a dime on advertising,
Right.
just by changing what she was saying and how she was engaging with the group, things that we taught her. So guys, if there's anything that sounds interesting to you and you'd like to see if we're a good fit for your business, come on over to movethinksmile.com/grow. Now, there he is. Now, Eshe, what would you say? Like, what can they expect on a phone call with us? Are we going to be high pressure salesy?
Yes, he's going to demand your first child. No, not at all. The call is like the call from the heart. You're going to learn to do with your clients. First determining, can they really help you? Are you in a place where Move, Think, Smile can help your business? And then just doing a deep dive into what you want and what you need, and how, if they help you, you could go up that mountain to Freedom Summit. It wasn't salesy at all. And once you learn how to do this, you won't be salesy either.
Right. And so guys, that's exactly right. What we want to do is you go to movethinksmile.com/grow, pick a time on our calendar. You're going to speak either with myself or my business partner, full transparency, Elia Fasharon. She's my business partner. And you're going to speak to one of us about, seeing if we're a good fit for your business. It's not high pressure at all. We're going to get in there. We're going to look exactly at what's working with your business right now, what's not working, where you really want to go with things. And we're going to get really clear on the ideal program that you want to take online. So you can do it in a group coaching model. So you're not going to need to work people face to face anymore. You'll be working 6 to 10 hours a week with your clients, which is super awesome. And then we're going to take a look at, okay, well, what kind of client do you really want to bring into your program? Because we all have those people out there that we love working with. Like, I love working with Eshe, decisive, committed, resourceful, coachable, everything that, makes an entrepreneur sing and have great success. But then you have those people out there who are just like committed to their doubts and their fears and make excuses and just don't take action. And we want to make sure that we can repel them and attract the ones that you love working with. Then we're going to help you set an ideal price, one that's fair to your clients, but also fair to your business. So it's a very true win-win. And then we'll talk about your monthly income goals. And if we can help get you there and support you on that, we'll talk about the next steps and the possibilities. If not, it's not the big deal. We'll steer you to whoever can get you to that next level. And that's the gosh honest truth. Right, Eshe?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. But it would be a big deal if you said no, because then they couldn't get into your program and who knows what would happen next. So it's a big deal.
Right. So all of you health and wellness experts out there in the interweb land, as certain people like to say, on the internet and watching this right now, if you've got a health coaching practice or a health coaching business or a wellness, and you're really dedicated to solving major health and wellness problems, and you have the skills and you have the knowledge to transform people's health for the long term, not just manage their symptoms, not just give them a diet and so they can lose 10 pounds this month, they gain 15 pounds next month. We mean long-term transformation, and you're struggling to get clients and you want to go online. And if any of this sounds interesting to you, please go on over to movethinksmile.com/grow, pick a time on our calendar. Let's get on the phone. Let's chat. Let's where things are at. All right, Eshe, I know we got a bunch of stuff going on today. You've got obviously your son's right there demanding some attention. Always great to see him as well. Any other parting shots before we take off?
No, just start. That's it. Get past the doubts and the fears and just start.
All right, guys, movethinksmile.com/grow. Go on over right now, book a call. Let's see if we can help grow your business as well. And until next time, guys, take care, everybody. Thank you so much, Eshe. It's been my honor to be your guide on this journey.